Tuesday. I hope everyone is having a good week so far. Definitely excited to just pop in on this Tuesday and say a quick hello. Welcome to Business Nights with Antonia, where we meet on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. EDT or 7 p.m. CST, depending where you are. And we talk about all things business, which I absolutely thoroughly love. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Tonight's episode is going to be a pretty short one. It's just going to be you and I together. And we're going to go over some topics that are happening right now in the news and that are super relevant. And I definitely want to make sure I get your take and give you my 2 cents on it. So let's roll right into it, shall we? All right. So our business relevant topic for tonight is actually one that just hit the news. I know I keep talking a lot about Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and TikTok and all of those things, but it's just because we are all home so much and we are all constantly consuming a lot of information, mainly from these platforms and these sources. I want to make sure I touch on them as soon as possible and as much as possible whenever there's something relevant going on. So today, the CEO of Instagram went on to USA Today and actually spoke on Instagram for kids. And that really got me thinking. As you probably know, I have 4 children, 1 stepson, and 3 of them are over the age, well, almost 3 of them, but 2 of them are over the age of 13. And the other 2 are one just started middle school and the other one's in elementary. And then I have one that's in daycare, so he could care less unless it's like Coco Melon or something. But my question is, and my thoughts are, is 13 really old enough to be on a social media platform all by themselves and to be able to create their own profile? Well, according to YouTube and Google and things like that, the answer is yes. Once your child becomes of the age of 13, they're able to create their own emails and also go onto the platforms all by themselves and peruse the premises, right? And as you probably know, if you are on TikTok or if you are on Instagram or Facebook or Twitch, I just found out about Twitch. If you're on Twitch, there's a lot of things that are not age appropriate and appropriate for children. So the CEO of Instagram went on to USA Today this week and spoke about that very topic, about creating an Instagram just specifically for kids. Now, there were a lot of comments about this new up and coming, mode for children, whether or not it was a good idea, whether or not it's just an easier way for PERS to get access to our children, or, what is going to happen and what's going to be said in order to regulate the platform. Adam on live television went ahead and said they do not know. They don't know how they're going to regulate it. They don't know how they're going to do ID. They're going to do ID checks on our children. They're like 13 or more and just do continual security identification checks. But he couldn't give us any specifics and really how to get into it. But just know that 13 is going to be the threshold for when a child is able to get onto Instagram and this new Instagram for kids. He did say they went ahead and scrapped it for right now because, as you've probably seen, they got a lot of backlash in the media in regards to it. But honestly, if we're going to be real with ourselves, parents, loved ones, aunties, uncles, rich aunties, YouTube has been doing this for years, right? And he said it on the platform. He said our competitors, YouTube and the like, they have had a platform specifically for children. Now, I will say that even if my children did go onto YouTube for kids, I definitely continue to monitor what they were watching. And there are some weird videos that get uploaded that say they're for kids and they're really not. So you tell me in the comments, let me know if you think Instagram for kids is actually a really good idea or not. I personally think not, because there's just one more thing as a parent I have to watch out for. And my son just turned 14, and I found out through him being in contact on my phone that he now has a Snapchat. And I went up to him and I said, I'm going to be looking at your snaps since you didn't, well, first you didn't have permission, but it's fine because you're 14. But now just know your mom's going to be looking at your snaps. And he's like, what? Yes, I'm going to be there. As long as I have eyes in sight, I'm going to be looking at what you do. Okay. So let's go ahead and move into the next topic. This is a really good question that I got this week under the Hi, Antonia. So someone wanted to know, how do you know which platform is the one that you should use? And honestly, there is no right or wrong answer to this one. Some people will cast a wide net and go on tons of platforms and, try to reach their audience, try to deliver their message, try to show their personality, try to connect with their audience. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But my tip and advice in order to figure out which platform you should be using is to honestly think about, first start with enjoyment. Because if you're going to start to use social media, whether it be for pleasure, entertainment, or for business, it has to be somewhere that you actually like to be, whether that's for 5 to 10 minutes a day, 15 to 20 minutes, 20 to 30, whatnot. It just has to be somewhere you actually want to be. So my platform of choice has always been Facebook. I started my Facebook account in 2006 when I graduated high school, and I just have been on it for forever. I just got into Instagram. I never really liked Instagram for my personal platform to use because I wasn't huge on engaging with other people, and I really just like to only be friends with people that I know. And on Instagram, it's really easy for you to get into these circles of people that you don't know and like their content, and they do the same with you. Facebook, it wasn't always that easy. So Facebook was just normally my friends, my family, my colleagues in college, and people that I worked with, until I shifted my mindset to using social media for my business. And now that I use it for my business, I will say that Instagram is probably my platform of choice, even though most of my clients come from Facebook. The reason why I say Instagram is because of the DMs. On Messenger for Facebook, I feel like it's kind of hard for people to know how to navigate that and know how to see when they have a message from somebody that they may not be friends with. But on Instagram, you actually get notifications, and you have different primary, general, or spam buckets. And most people will fall into, you'll get a notification saying somebody wants to send you a message, and you can get to people a lot quicker. So for business, I love Instagram, all that it is promoting. I love that it's turning to a video app, more so now in the reels. But for personal, I really enjoy Facebook. So now it's totally okay if Twitter or TikTok is your platform of choice. I like TikTok. I am actually going to switch my content on TikTok. It's more like business tips and things like that. But I also want to show my goofy personality and jokey side. Definitely is a good one. And then YouTube is, the good old red and white, right? So if that's the platform that you want to use, have a plan for that. But I also learned about, on TikTok, I learned about Twitch. I knew Twitch was out there, but I thought it was mostly just for gamers. But actually, I'm seeing a lot of creatives use Twitch, and I really think that it's definitely somewhere that I need to learn, and I really want to dive deeper into. But my favorite person on Twitch right now is T-Pain. He will listen to music from artists, rappers, and singers live on Twitch, and he will, if he likes the song, he will tweet it immediately. So he uses Twitch and Twitter together. And I think Instagram, because he's going live on Instagram. So he uses all three platforms at the same freaking time. It's a little intense, but it's really good for the end user, the person who's doing the song that is being heard. It just reminds me of back in the day where people would be like, listen to my mixtape, listen to my mixtape. You don't have to do that anymore. You can post it on a social media platform. A celebrity like T-Pain can go on there, find your music, listen to it live, stream it to their millions of followers, and then tweet it. And he actually signed somebody that he found on Twitch. And he literally said live on Instagram Live and on his Twitch account, please at me, DM this person so we can have a meeting to set up. So knowing which platform you should be going to is really, really powerful. But again, if you are unsure, just make sure that you go to a platform that you like initially. And my personal one is Facebook. For business, it's Instagram. So I hope that was helpful. All right, so last segment of this evening, and then we're gonna pop off because it's Tuesday and my son just started football, so I gotta cook. Okay, so Antonia's 2 cents. It's okay not to be okay. I know that this month is a suicide awareness month. It is the month of September, and we are almost through this month. I just want to make sure that you know, for either whether we know each other or we don't, that it is okay not to be okay. It is okay to answer someone honestly when they ask, "Are you okay?" You can say, "No, I'm not okay, but I really don't want to talk about it right now." Like you are allowed to own your emotions, how you feel in this moment, and to be honest. And if you're not okay, reach out to someone that knows and loves you and is willing to listen. And always try to do the thing that I try to do, which is ask them, say, "Hey, I have something heavy to talk about," or "Hey, I'm not really feeling well, and I'm probably got a lot of negativity that I want to just like get out. Is this a good time for you?" Just make sure that they are in the right headspace where they can be a really good ear, and give you some great feedback and maybe advice or maybe pray for you. But so my 2 cents is it's okay not to be okay. Nobody is perfect. Everybody is struggling at one point of the day or not. Like, for example, yesterday, that lady in the car pickup line who almost got it from me, who went off on me in the car pickup line. But just recognize that it's okay not to be okay. And we're all human. We all have emotions. We're all going through it. And we're all here. So again, thank you so much for joining tonight's Business Days with Antonia. I hope you got something out of it. Leave me a comment if you have any questions, or if you just want to share some other advice that you think would be helpful to anyone else in the world. All right, y'all. Have a good night.